This episode of Bourbon on Ice, presented by your friend Frosty and your bartender Mike Whiskey, is brought to you by the Cape Media Center of Cape Cod, Massachusetts. The views and opinions expressed during this podcast do not necessarily reflect those of the Cape Media Center. Listener discretion is advised. Microphone check.
Check, check. Testing, 1, 2, testicles, 1, 2.
Testing 1, 2. Wait, did you just say... I thought I heard something.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay then, let's just get started.
Moving on.
Coming up on this episode of Bourbon on Ice, it's movie night! Sorta!
It's movie trailer night, and we've got our sights locked on a couple of upcoming blockbusters.
Or possibly monumental failures. We'll see.
You pessimist.
Optimist. This is Bourbon on Ice with your friend Frosty.
And your bartender, Mike Whiskey.
Stay tuned. Hello.
And welcome to another Infinidagger adventure. This is the wrong series.
I'm just gonna pretend I didn't hear any of that. How you doing, people? This is your friend Frosty.
And your bartender, Mike Whiskey.
And it's another episode of Bourbon on Ice. It's extra bourbony and super icy.
Super chilled.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, we got the nitrous or liquid nitrogen cool.
Okay, I think we went off the rails again.
Yeah,
It
happens a lot.
I just wanted to say, if you're enjoying that music that we start every single episode with, just want to say that's thanks to Matt Wigton, who's on Soundstripe, and that song is That Swagger, though.
I get it stuck in my head every time.
I really love it.
Yeah, it's nice.
He's got a lot of good stuff. I love listening to his stuff, and we actually use him when we move from the end of one segment into the next. The song then would be My Party People, or Where My Party People. I like the themes of his songs. I'm 100% going to say that's what attracted me to the songs in the first place.
He's definitely got a spark for names.
Yes. Matt Wigton, thank you. But aside from that, we do have something else to talk about. What do we have to talk about?
We are talking about movie trailers. Specifically, we're going to be talking about the Lightyear movie trailer, and later on in the segment, I'm sure we're going to be talking about the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 trailer as well.
And wait, there's something else coming up on the horizon that we didn't know about. Yes, we are going to watch the trailer for Morbius. Totally live. Not live.
Morbius or Mobius?
Morbius? What? The Jared Leto super villain thing.
Oh.
See, this is how informed we are. We're going to watch it, and then we're going to come back and we're going to say, what the heck did we just see?
Oh, yeah, Mobius.
Mobius?
Yeah, Mobius. Jared Leto. Okay, yeah.
He's awesome. But he's no Tim Allen voiced spaceman. Except it's not Tim Allen this time.
It's Chris Evans.
I know. Before we get started, I just wanted to give a personal shout out to everyone who's been very sympathetic with a bunch of craziness that's been going on in my life right now. You people rock. As Whiskey would say, on with the rock.
Rock on.
Or that. I believe I didn't say it right.
It's all right.
It's open to interpretation.
Is it?
It should be.
Let's see.
Okay.
Anyways, let's talk about this Lightyear trailer.
All right.
You said, while we were talking about what we were going to do for next week's segment, that you had concerns for the Lightyear trailer.
I have major concerns. All right, we are talking about Lightyear. And as everyone who knows me knows, I love to do research. Absolutely love to do it. It's so fun. My college professors are somewhere laughing at me.
Yeah, I'm laughing at you too.
Doesn't sound like it.
No, I'm laughing on the inside.
That's much better.
Where it counts.
What is Lightyear? It is going to be, and again, research, a computer-animated American sci-fi action film from Disney, or actually Disnar, the term stolen/borrowed from John Bailey of Honest Trailers fame. That guy is a freaking genius. It will be distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures.
Yeah, it's a Pixar film, though, isn't it?
It's a Disney Pixar, or a Pixar Disney, or a Pixnar.
Or Disnar, as we just
Slated release date
Over-explaining.
is June 17th, 2022. And now for a quick review. This is a spin-off of the Toy Story franchise, the Pixar classic, which dropped in 1995. The story follows the secret lives of toys, which apparently all have, lives and possible actual souls, and come to life when no one is looking, and basically cause no small amount of mayhem and disaster and catastrophe when we're not looking, and that should worry us all. Kids, have fun sleeping tonight. One of the longest running characters of this franchise, a secondary main character, in fact, is a toy named Buzz Lightyear, a
Space Ranger.
a space ranger, yes, with a blinking laser on his arm and a pair of plastic extendable wings. The toy is based off the in-movie film series Buzz Lightyear, which has apparently spawned movies, television shows, comic books, and yes, toys. He
Really?
is a toy. This particular character is a toy,
No
voiced by Tim
way.
Allen. Yes. It's true, really.
Yeah. I love Tim Allen.
I used to have more love for him when I was a kid. I don't know why I have less now.
I couldn't say.
I think it's because I've watched reruns of Home Improvement and I just really want to, smack the guy.
I used to watch a lot of Home Improvement too, but yeah, I haven't watched any recently. Maybe I do want to smack him after watching it.
I mean, in the very first episode, he is obsessed with souping up a lawnmower,
Oh, yeah.
and then he manages to, put on a biker's helmet and gloves and sunglasses and drive it accidentally in reverse through the neighbor's yard.
I could do that with my lawnmower, but my lawnmower is a 48-inch, walk along, walk behind.
Wouldn't be as cool.
No, it wouldn't.
As a kid, I thought that was funny and hilarious. Now, as a homeowner, I'm just like, ugh. That's
Hate
a
to have a
payment.
neighbor like that.
That's an insurance payment. This toy, Buzz Lightyear, voiced by Tim Allen, is unaware that he is actually a toy, and thus we get a great deal of his backstory from his talk of all the crazy things that he's been programmed to talk about. Space battles, secret missions, and a lot of talk about his in-story arch-enemy, the evil Emperor Zurg.
Zurg.
So, yeah, kids ate this up. I admit it. I was one of them.
I was not. I watched Toy Story maybe 3 times as a kid.
Philistine.
I know.
Anyway, the Toy Story series was so popular that it spawned 3 sequels, dozens of video games, Disney theme park attractions, countless merchandise, and a direct-to-video special, Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, The Adventure Begins, which...
That was a good show. I enjoyed that one.
No, that was the movie.
It was the movie?
That was a movie, which,
Oh.
get this, spawned a series. And it was actually quite meta. It was the characters of the Toy Story movie sitting around watching the movie. And it was so popular, it launched an animated series, which ran for about 3 seasons. So a lot of juice squeezed out of this orange, people.
Yeah.
Now, years later, anyway, I just want to point this out, the most recent Toy Story movie, Toy Story 4, indicated that the series was over.
I thought they did 5.
Nope, they've done 4, but 5 if you count that extra animated movie. However,
fair enough.
Disney is relentless in their search for money.
Nostalgia bait and member berries.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
But it's true.
So, considering that they're, rebooting everything with life, breathing it into it, live, damn it, live, and making live-action remakes, blah,
And
blah,
even
blah.
the things that don't have life in them no more.
And that didn't need it. So now they're doing a sequel, prequel, reboot called Lightyear, the movie about the series that came from the series within the movie of the series that was also a movie inside a different movie.
I actually took a screenshot of someone's YouTube post on the
Upcoming Sonic movie.
on the trailer of Lightyear and laid it out what the heck is going on because I couldn't follow it. So, this comes from a man whose YouTube handle is Calvin Heddlebrand. Point number 1, Lightyear is an actual film within the Toy Story universe. Andy watched it and he enjoyed it so much that he got a Buzz Lightyear action figure for his birthday. 2. The Buzz Lightyear of Lightyear is not the same character as Buzz Lightyear of Toy Story. Lightyear has real Buzz. Toy Story has Toy Buzz, which makes no sense to me. And that's why they have a different voice actor, because Tim Allen is the voice of Toy Buzz.
But this time around,
Chris
it's
Evans,
someone amazing.
Chris Evans,
Local boy,
is the quote-unquote real canon Buzz within the universe.
I think if we focus on this too hard, the universe itself might collapse.
Point number 3, Buzz Lightyear of Star Command is not an origin story. In that movie, Buzz was already a space ranger. In Lightyear, we see Buzz before he became a space ranger. Lightyear is the origin story of Buzz Lightyear Star Command.
The teaser trailer for this movie came out in October, and in 24 hours, it had 83 million views. So you can definitely see that people were, excited about this. The full-length trailer for the movie came out February 8th this year. Sorry, we're behind, but, there's been life and things, and someone fled the country, and another one of us headed for the emergency room. So now we're going to talk about it.
Hooray!
Okay.
It's not too late either.
The plot has been kept pretty tight-lipped, but it is a prequel-ish movie about the Buzz Lightyear franchise, about the character, as Whiskey said, how he became Buzz Lightyear, first space travels, his first missions, and first meeting with his nemesis, the evil Emperor Zurg, and also the first time he comes up with that ridiculous catchphrase.
To infinity and beyond!
Again, also.
Don't sue us, Disney.
They're probably heading for the station as we speak.
Yeah.
Okay, we've also got a cast list here, and as I said, well, he's just so amazing. He's Captain America.
He's dreamy.
He's got America's ass. If anyone has not seen Endgame, you will not get that joke, and I'm not going to explain it.
Yeah.
Chris Evans is going to be Buzz Lightyear himself. And then we have Keke Palmer as Izzy, Dale Souls as...
Steel,
thank you. I'm squinting at this list. Taika Waititi, Peter Son.
Oh, no way. Taika's involved in this?
Oh, yeah. Just want to make sure that I'm going to say these names right and not absolutely butcher them. Uzo Aduba, James Brolin as Evil Emperor Zurg. Like, who else could that possibly be? Who would you think, James Brolin? Mary McDonald, Efren Ramirez, Isaiah Whitlock Jr., as Commander Nebula. And I just want to point out that there's an interesting continuity here. The character Buzz Lightyear was previously voiced by Adam Carolla in the Buzz Lightyear of Star Command movie. So this is actually the 4th Buzz Lightyear voice actor when you get all the way down to it.
The 4th? Oh, yeah, because there would have been a different one for the...
Cartoon,
yeah.
Yep. That was, what is his name from Family Guy? He plays Joe Swanson.
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. Warburton.
Yeah,
right?
Patrick Warburton.
Yes, that's it.
So it's been Tim Allen, Adam Carolla, who we just mentioned, Patrick Warburton, and now it's going to be Chris Evans. This is a character that, basically has classical aspirations now.
Yeah.
What do you want to be when you grow up? I want to voice Buzz Lightyear and join the ranks of those who have voiced Buzz Lightyear when they eventually come out with Toy Story on stage.
It's coming, people.
Can you imagine?
They came out with... Well, you showed me this the other day. They came out with Back to the Future for Broadway.
We are so going to rip into that one day.
One day.
We are going to, tear that apart.
It's going to be fun. Stay tuned for that. So...
Oh, actually, there kind of is, now that I think of it, someone who looks a lot like me but was a lot younger and didn't have the concept of shame went to go see Toy Story on Ice when he was a child.
Ah.
So that's technically the same thing. If the stage was ice and everyone was on skates.
Sort of, not really.
There was a really creepy scene where all the mutant toys were dancing. It was awful.
That sounds like an experience.
Yeah. Okay, so...
So... If you haven't seen the trailer, we invite you to pause the podcast now and go watch it, and then come back and join us.
And we are going to hold our breath until you do. Whiskey? 1, 2, 3.
Ha, I win.
Are you people happy? You could have killed us. Also, welcome back for those of you who paused.
Yeah.
What did you just watch? Isn't it cool? Okay, So, from what we have gathered from this trailer, this official trailer that came out a little while ago, the whole thing is set pretty far into the Buzz Lightyear lexicon already. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Probably not.
Okay, into the Buzz Lightyear story already. He is already a space ranger. He's already in space. He's got an established group of friends. There's danger afoot, but that's nothing new to Mr. Buzz Lightyear. I mean, he gets attacked by some sort of like traveling vine within the trailer itself, and he's all, oh, that happened again. He's got this. This is every day to him. This is a Monday. Give me the coffee and get the donuts. We're good.
Yeah.
But what I have noticed is that there is a lack of, Woody, Bo Peep, Slinky, Mr. Potato Head. Basically, this is not a Toy Story movie. Anyone who had any idea that this was a Toy Story movie needs to get that out of their head right now.
I didn't have that idea. I mean, Lightyear, just Buzz.
You gotta say that, though, because you know that there's at least one person who's sitting around there going to themselves, like, oh, I thought this was the next Toy Story movie. Oh. No. You think they'll do this for the other characters? Like, they'll be the Mr. Potato Head movie?
No. They might do this for Woody, though.
I could kind of see that.
Yeah.
I could kind of see that, too. Apparently, during this movie, we will see a great deal of what makes Buzz Buzz. Some of the in-franchise jokes that were prevalent throughout Toy Stories 1, 2, 3, and 4, probably mostly 1, will pop up. There'll be some nods to the cartoon series, and there's also talk that there'll be some possible cameos from voice actors here and there.
Oh, neat.
They've got a lot of stuff that they could work with. I'm also going to say, I got to give major props to this. That music. Starman. Yeah, I can't do David Bowie. I'm sorry.
No.
He's just amazing. I don't
David,
really want to try it.
we all love David Bowie.
Ziggy
played guitar. David Bowie is about the closest thing that mankind has ever come to a living anime character. With all his costuming and
the makeup for the eyes alone.
Exactly.
Give me big eyes. Give me big anime eyes. That's an extremely meta Robin Williams. Only actual Hollywood studio / MGM Disney World fans will get that reference. And I won't explain it. This movie looks to be violent. Not going to lie about that now. There's going to be, straight up shooting. There's probably going to be the errant death of a character or two, some explosions, some real down to the wire, oh no, this bomb is about to go off and this coupon to the Olive Garden expires in 5 minutes sort of things. This doesn't look like it's going to be your standard light and fluffy Disney Pixar movie. This looks like it's going to be very intense. And also, there's probably not going to be any singing.
What do you mean, no singing? Sacrilege, heresy, blasphemy,
I just don't think the characters are going to stop mid-laser battle to burst into song and dance. He has a laser, we better run, he's going to come and kill us all. I don't think it's going to happen.
No, but we'll probably get a nice pop song.
Something during the trailer? During the end credits?
No. I mean, like, that plays during, like, some...
montage.
Yeah, not a montage, but during the battle, we're going to get, like, some pop song, almost like they did in Shrek.
They did take a lot of liberties with music in Shrek. Anyone who bought the album for Shrek was treated to, like, 80s, 90s, and today all in one amazing album.
I have that album.
If you just chop off all the actual movie soundtrack music and just leave the songs, it's a really good album.
It is.
I just want to give a shout out to a friend of mine, actually, Jonathan Keane, who was in Shrek the Musical. Okay, but moving on. People, we want to know your thoughts on this movie. We will probably see it, when it comes out. But for now, all we can do is gesticulate wildly and theorize. I think this movie is going to relaunch interest in Buzz Lightyear to the point that this, if it's successful, could have more spin-offs and possibly even maybe a live-action series. Face it, those graphics look so good that it almost is. So who knows? This could be reintroducing it to an adult audience who never got into Toy Story because it was too kiddie, and now this looks like a way to finally rope them in and get their money.
I'm not sure about the live-action series. Maybe an animated one. But I do want to, in part of our theorizing, I want to point out another YouTube comment that I found. This one was from Ian Greer. on the trailer.
I like that name.
Right. Plot twist. The final 3 minutes are the battle against Zurg, but Buzz dies. It reveals a screen and the words "Game Over," with Rex complaining to Toy Story Buzz how he'll never defeat Zurg.
Or we could go with a whole Saint Elsewhere type of vibe where Andy is very old now and in a retirement home, and this is all taking place in his mind. It could happen.
That's kind of dark.
But it could still happen.
That's really dark.
Have you seen the third Toy Story movie? Darkness is ingrained in those things now.
I have not seen the third Toy Story movie.
What?
I have not seen the second or the fourth.
Oh my god. Oh. Movie night.
Oh, no.
Thank you, everyone. We're leaving now. Goodbye.
no.
We're going now. I'm getting the popcorn. I just got a whole bag of that stuff. It's great for diabetics. And we are going to be watching movies. Also, we have to do the animated movie.
I'm going to send an SOS here. Help, guys. Help. Help.
Oh, he's joking.
I'm not joking.
He's joking.
Help.
All right, well, that's my job done. I believe there's no other movies to discuss tonight. I think we should end the episode right now.
Oh, hey. We both said we bring in one trailer, and we have mine to talk about now.
But mine was so much more impressive.
I don't know. I kind of like the idea of Sonic 2.
What's the deal with Sonic 2?
I mean, it looks great. I'm much more reserved when it comes to about movies. I don't watch a lot. I enjoyed Sonic 1. I went to see it because I almost didn't see it because that horrendous 3D model for Sonic.
Oh gosh, that was terrible.
That was horrific. Lots of memes came off of that. It was hilarious. But they fixed it. And I was like, no way. They actually fixed something. And they took extra time and delayed it. So I said, you know what? I'll go see it with my buddy. We had a great time. It was a great movie.
And that cost them a lot of money. I'm just glad that they made that money up and the movie was an actual success.
Yeah, it was. Jim Carrey did a great job as Dr. Robotnik.
Fun fact for everyone out there, most of that dance, and just if you know Jim Carrey, this does not come as a surprise, but most of that dance he made up completely.
Oh, yeah. It's just a Jim Carrey thing. You'll see it in almost every role, just weird movements. I remember him in the series of unfortunate events. He's very bird-like as Uncle, can't remember the name.
Count Olaf.
Yes, Count Olaf. He's very bird-like in his movements.
I know what we're supposed to talk about your movie, but it would be a crime not to mention this.
Okay.
As I said, he's the king of ad-libbing, bloopers, coming up with stuff on the fly. When his character in a series of unfortunate events, Count Olaf, first meets the orphans, the Baudelaire orphans. Is that movie, or am I thinking of a different one? Okay, well, when he first meets the two characters, he walks up to one of them, and he unintentionally flubbed a line, so he says, "Wait, I can do that better, give me the line again!" Unfortunately, he said it in such character that the other actor thought he was still going, so he very nervously said, "Our parents have died?" And Jim Carrey, being the comic genius he is, just went on with it and said the line again, over the top, multifaceted, tiered performance.
That's possibly the best you could possibly expect when you're working with kid actors, too. They're like, wait a minute, I'm not experienced with this. What's going on?
So, what is the second Sonic movie supposed to be about?
Seems like it's more of the same, which is like Sonic Adventure. Sonic is, from what I saw in the trailers, he's coming to terms with his powers, and then Dr. Robotnik comes back.
At the end, and this is a spoiler, so if you have not watched the first Sonic movie, stop listening now. Like, put your fingers in your ears and hum.
Skip 30 seconds into the podcast, starting now.
Or pause the podcast and go watch the movie and then come back. We'll be here.
Yeah, we won't hold our breath for that one, though.
We won't?
No, we don't.
Oh, okay, I did that for no reason.
Yeah.
Okay, at the end of the first Sonic movie, the secondary character Tails shows up. This was a shot in the arm for a lot of people. Everyone's screaming, "Oh yes, yes, we've been waiting for this." But it was then later confirmed that a secondary antagonist and freaking edgelord Knuckles would appear in the second movie.
Knuckles isn't an edgelord.
He is the freaking edgelord.
No, he's not. That's Shadow the Hedgehog.
They're all. I don't know. Do you know who plays Tails, the voice actor?
I do. It's, let me bring this up real quick. It is a woman by the name of Colleen please forgive me for your name. O'Shaughnessy. It's
O'Shaughnessy?
O'Shaughnessy, yeah.
Oh my god, her?
Yes.
Oh, she's fantastic.
Yes.
Wow, I have major respect for voice actors and actresses, but wow.
Yeah.
But I think one of the biggest shocks to people was who was going to be voicing Knuckles, the edgelord, the super angry red edgelord.
Edgelord.
Idris Elba.
I think that's a good pick.
I'm 100% up in the air.
From what I've heard in the trailers, he sounds great in the role.
You think of Idris Elba. The man was a terrifying golden-eyed monster on in the Marvel franchise. He was Black Superman in Fast and the Furious 800, or whichever number they're up to now. He has been some really badass, terrifying characters.
Wasn't he also in the Book of Eli too?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that was Idris Elba too.
And now he's... And then someone says, oh, Idris Elba is going to be Knuckles.
I don't see a problem.
I'm just trying to picture them cramming that man into that diminutive character.
I think it fits. I think, from what I've heard in the trailers, it sounds great. It sounds great.
There was originally a joke at Dr. Robotnik is marooned in the previous movie. Oops,
Yep.
Sorry. I guess you should have watched the previous movie.
Oh, stop it.
Well, I'm sorry. It's great.
It was a great movie, but you don't need to be condescending to our patrons, to our listeners.
Fine. If you had watched the previous movie, which you should have, then there was a moment where Dr. Robotnik is marooned, and he mentions, don't worry, I'll be home by Christmas. This was the indication that the movie was going to drop at Christmas time.
Yeah. We missed that by a little bit.
Yes, a couple of things delayed the movie, shifted it about, but when is it dropping?
April 8th.
So that's coming up really soon.
Yeah. I'll be going to see that one.
I will not. I mean, I want to see it, but there's a surgery and whatnot.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even get to see Turning Red. But fortunately, I can't see the hundreds of memes and spoilers that are all over social media right now.
That's a plus. Mick said it was really good, but as far as Turning Red, he sailed the high seas.
Will this be what do you think? Do you think this is it? 2 movies?
They may have 2 movies under their belt. I don't know if the franchise will carry on much farther after that, because then you're going to start getting into, like, Shadow and Rouge the Bat and...
All the B characters.
Yeah, all the B characters.
All the C characters.
They're going to need some strong fan goodwill and some strong story in order to pull this franchise beyond a 3rd or 4th movie.
You know, at a certain point with movies like that, they just dump the human cast and they go all computer generated.
Yeah.
Like they did with the Smurfs franchise.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
that wouldn't be too bad, because
wouldn't be too bad.
Sonic is the main character and his friends, so I wouldn't mind the loss of the humans in a Sonic movie.
You'll forgive me for using this term, but this was a way of humanizing Sonic. I mean,
yeah.
he's relatable because he was in a human world dealing with human people, and hey, we're human, so we're kind of sitting there saying, like, what would we have done if we had run across Sonic in our homes? What would our reactions be? Well, now he's been reintroduced, and he's kind of in the mainstream now. There are people in my family who have never played a Sonic game, and now they're interested, and they're saying, oh, I hear he's in a video game. No.
That was where he first appeared.
Do you know that he's been in video games before? Offends my delicate sensibilities.
Oh, don't pour at the tissue.
Oui, oui.
The Cape Media Center, located in Dennisport, Cape Cod, Massachusetts, is a non-profit community media center and the public access TV station for the towns of Barnstable, Yarmouth, Dennis, Harwich, and Chatham. Our mission is to build community through media, enhance democratic communication, and facilitate free expression by providing these towns with a state-of-the-art media resource center. Members can become trained in our video and audio equipment and produce their own media content. Membership includes training classes, access to our field equipment, studios, and facility, as well as airtime. Podcasters and music producers can share their content on our website. For more information, visit capemedia.org.
We are back.
After just having watched, like literally moments ago, the Morbius trailer.
I was right, it is Morbius.
It is Morbius.
You thought it was Mobius.
I did.
But Mobius is from what, Fallout? Half-Life?
Yeah, and probably a couple other things. Because it was also from Agent Mobius from the Loki TV show on Disney+.
I was going to watch all of those Marvel shows, but then my other half suddenly decided that he's into Marvel, and now I can't watch them on my own. Relationships. What can I tell you?
Can't wait for that.
Speaking of relationships, how's MJ?
She is wonderful.
Excellent. When are we getting her here?
I'm doing my best to get her here as fast as possible, but there's no set date.
All right. Well, that being said, we do have a set date for Morbius.
April 1st. April Fools.
Okay. We just watched the trailer. On a budget of $75 million, this movie by Marvel Comics is going to be starring Jared Leto, Matt Smith. Yay!
Matt Smith was a great doctor.
He was my favorite.
David Tennant's my favorite, but...
You shut your filthy mouth. Okay, he was great too.
He was great.
But my favorite's Matt Smith. And I am saying that to Robert out there who is listening. He disagrees. He has a different favorite.
You know who I also thought did a very good job as the Doctor?
Who?
Though it was just one special, I thought John Hurt did a very good job as
The War Doctor.
The War Doctor.
He was awesome.
He was.
Although you kind of have to forget him dying in an undignified manner during V for Vendetta. Matt Smith, Adria Arjona, I'm hoping I'm saying that name right, Jared Harris, Al Madrigal, and Tyrese Gibson. This movie is looking bananas.
So this is going to be another set piece in Sony's cinematic universe. They're using all of the they started with Venom and now they're going to Dr. Morbius. They're going with all the Spider-Man villains.
There were 2 references to Venom within this trailer, weren't there?
There were.
That one guy mentions something about San Francisco, and then he bluntly mentions Venom.
Yeah. He even has the one guy pinned down. Who are you? I'm Venom. Rah! And he shows the face and like spooks him. I'm just joking. I'm Dr. Morbius. I'm here at your service.
Okay, 2 things. 1, Jared Leto as Dr. Morbius.
He is a method actor, so I'm told.
He's carried some very big things. I mean, the Joker in Suicide Squad, and let's not forget his amazing work in Dallas Buyers Club.
I didn't see Dallas Buyers Club.
I can understand that. It's not really your type of movie.
Yeah.
But he is an outstanding actor. However, I don't know who Morbius is. I have not... Spider-Man is actually not one of my favorite franchises, believe it or not. So I know very little about most of it. When I heard originally, and there was a teaser for Morbius, I had no idea that this was a superhero-related thing. Mm-hmm. And Whiskey told me, as in just now, that this has to do with Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's a Spider-Man villain.
Tell me about him.
He's a vampire. Tried and true.
From the looks of this, it's similar to a Doctor Strange situation. Flawed characters with the ability to heal people, somehow getting caught up in sci-fi supernatural weirdness, and everything changes, and now they're on the path of good or evil. Although in this case, I think it's debatable.
I think in this case, it's evil. Much like Venom, we have an anti-hero or perhaps even an anti-villain sort of situation.
I hope he sings. Jared Leto's got an amazing voice. I hope he bursts into a nice song and dance during this.
I don't think that fits the tone that we saw in the trailer.
Well, he is a vampire, and it is, well established that vampires are extremely theatrical.
He may, but it may be very short.
This movie contained, this footage for this trailer contained excessive amounts of violence and punching and shooting, a lot of bats, and people jumping off of buildings. So, standard superhero stuff.
Yeah, very standard superhero stuff. Especially if you've seen any Batman movies recently.
There are a lot of bats in those.
Yes, there are.
And then there's that one guy dressed as one.
A weirdo.
Have you been watching the Harley Quinn series?
No, I have not.
Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy series.
I've seen clips online, but I haven't been following the series regularly.
There is this one hilarious moment where Batman gets unmasked by the Joker, who instantly shames him. What the hell? Bruce Wayne? I put in my deposit for a flying car years ago. Where's my flying car, Bruce? Billionaires going off to become vigilantes when they should be, pouring their money into the infrastructure.
We're looking at you, Elon.
All of a sudden, Elon Musk will like disappear from a party, and then like Super Robot Man shows up and kills everyone. He'll disappear, and Elon Musk will walk in from the other room. I'm sorry, I just had to use the bathroom. Oh my goodness, what happened in here?
Now I've just got images of Elon Musk as Iron Man, and it's hysterical.
Okay, from the looks of the bio I pulled up on this, it's Jared Leto as Dr. Michael Morbius, a scientist suffering from a rare disease whose attempts to cure himself afflict him with a form of
Transgenic vampirism.
which evidently is a thing, gaining superhuman abilities, but none of the superstitious weaknesses associated with vampires. Leto was drawn to the character's struggle with his disease and the moral implications of a hero who has a thirst for blood. He found this role to be surprisingly challenging, due to it being much less character-driven than his prior performances, and also much closer to his real-life personality. Really?
Really?
Which therefore did not require his well-known method acting approach. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. I'm kind of sounding like Howard Cosell here.
Okay.
I don't know what... This is what happens when I read things word for word. Dr. Michael Morbius, played by Jared Leto, a scientist suffering from a rare blood disease. I should be back in the 70s myself, obsessing about football.
Almost sound a bit like Alistor. The
Oh
radio
my
demon.
god. Thank you. He's my favorite. I know that he's clearly going to be a pain, a real pain, but I love that guy.
I do too.
I almost have all of his lines memorized. My favorite line is, "My dear, if I wanted to hurt anyone here, I would have done so already." Fun fact, kids, if you watch the first episode of The Has Been Hotel and you pause at that moment, you'll realize that he is turned and is now looking at the screen, aka you. Again, have fun sleeping tonight.
I'll sleep like a baby.
This movie is what? You think it's going to be rated R? Or
Well, Venom was R, wasn't it? No, Venom was PG-13.
Venom was Tom Hardy, who is hands down my favorite action star. The guy is so freaking awesome. I want to say this.
It could be interesting. We can do movie night. Actually, if we get to the theater early enough, we could see Lightyear and Morbius at the same time, on the same day.
It's an interesting idea. I think we should put that into work. Or we could wear disguises and, hide in the ceiling panels and do that.
This, due to the two movies being
Wait.
where they are, that would be after your surgery.
Wait, what about Sonic? When does Sonic come out?
April 8th.
I still say that we could wear disguises and hide in the ceiling panels.
That's possible too.
And we don't even have to do anything movie related. We could just do that.
Fun story from Elder Whiskey.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna
When
be great.
the original Star Wars dropped, he and his buddy, I can't remember the name of his buddy, they watched the movie like 4 times in one day. They put a rock on the exit door in the back of the theater itself. And so when the usher came through and made sure no one was in the seat, they were outside, and then they just walked back in through the rear door to catch the next showing.
I miss my grandmother Alice so much. She was badass. She would do all these things that a grandmother wasn't supposed to, and one of them was to teach me how to sneak into movie theaters. She said the number one thing you do is you bring an old woman, which was her. We were going to see the Dukes of Hazzard that day, and she had me get to the theater early. She had me walk her around and say, oh, let's go into this one. This one looks good. If anyone catches us, just say that your grandmother wandered off. We saw 3 movies that day.
That's awesome.
She's awesome.
I
miss her.
I have a friend. You know how you're not supposed to bring outside food and drink into the movie theater?
What? I've never heard of that. Never.
Well, I've got a friend who can fit like 3-course meals for 5 and bring them into the movie theater somehow to watch with the movie. It's a gift.
I don't even want to know where he hides them.
She?
I don't want to know where she hides them.
Apparently, just like a large over-the-shoulder bag. I don't know how she gets away with that.
According to what I've just read online, Dr. Morbius was originally slated for a cameo appearance in the recent Spider-Man No Way Home, but it was decided that he's too dark for the MCU. I suppose that's also why Venom hasn't made an appearance yet. Has he?
You got to remember, Sony and Disney are fighting over Spider-Man currently.
That's so cute.
Sony still has all of the villains of Spider-Man, though. So what's happening is Sony's doing their own thing with the Spider-Man villains, their own Sony MCU, Sony Cinematic Universe with the Spider-Man villains. I'm thinking they may bring Spider-Man in for one big, awesome showdown with all the villains.
Well, they have already explored the concept of multiple universes, touching upon movies that were not then in the MCU.
Yep.
So we know that the door is already wide open.
And minor spoilers, but at the end of No Way Home...
Wait a second, I'm going to take my headphones off and sing in my ear. La 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 la.
Not giving too much away. Minor spoiler. La la la. At the end of No Way Home, Spider-Man is left basically almost at a reset. He's the original Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man with no connections to the Avengers or the other MCU. So they could do it. All right, you can take your fingers out of your ear.
I get the feeling that something important just happened and I totally missed it. Mission accomplished. Also, there's that endless battle that people have been having over, how are we going to get the X-Men franchise in? Are we going to recast everyone? Are we going to act like it existed? When, what is his name? When Evan Peters showed up during WandaVision, people were going crazy. Plus, he was Quicksilver, but he wasn't Quicksilver. So this is already an established mishigas. I like that word. I really like that word. This is already an established debate going on. Multi-dimensional
Shenanigans.
Movies exist in other dimensions, but with the right writer, you can find a way to link them.
Let's put a extreme asterisk on that. With the right writer.
The correct writer.
Yeah. You need a good one. Disney, we're freelance writers available.
I am free as a bird.
And very good.
I am outstanding. People line up at the... No, I'm not going to try and oversell myself. Let's just say I'm good, but whiskey is also great.
Totally not sellouts either.
I, for one, will bow to no corporate master. That was my Mike Myers. I don't think it worked very well.
No, not really.
Yes, it's a beautiful day here on Cape Cod.
Yes, a beautiful day for parade.
And here come the floats. Don't they look spiffy?
First up, a salute to New England sport team. Go teams!
Followed closely by the Easter Bunny on a large egg. Adorable.
And there's a gay pride float. Just look at that shiny rainbow.
And here comes Santa Claus in his sleigh.
And bringing up the rear surrounding the leprechaun float, a team of Irish step dancers. Hey, Frosty.
Yes, Whiskey.
What on earth are we celebrating?
No idea, Whiskey. No idea at all. What would you be if you were a villain? Evil superpowers and whatnot.
Evil superpowers?
Well, given that all superpowers are inherently good until used for evil. I think about this a lot.
I don't know. I think I'd keep with my superhero superpowers if I were to become a supervillain, and that would be control over pressure differentials.
Rock on?
Which makes no sense. I understand.
None whatsoever.
Basically the ability to control the wind and weather.
Ooh, Windman.
Yes.
Whiskey the Windman.
Yeah.
Windy Whiskey.
But that's all wind is the difference in pressure. Local pressure versus the incoming... I won't bore any of you with my nerdy science talk.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're not making this sound very interesting.
I make the wind go whoosh.
You could have laser eyes or super strength, or you could shrink or grow, but no, you want wind power.
I do want wind power. Want to know why? This is how you use it for evil. Because you can stop someone from breathing. Take away the use of their lungs.
Oh, so you're Zahir in Avatar The Last Airbender.
Yeah,
Avatar The Tales of Korra, or whatever, Korra Love.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, there's that. There's also, like, summoning thunderstorms. That's a cool one, too.
That is a very, very deep view on superpowers.
Yeah, I thought long and hard about this one. Not to mention vacuum force. Make explosions and implosions.
Yours is truly motivated by science, maybe even a little bit of philosophy. Yours is very well thought out.
Yeah, what's your superpower?
I want to make people pass gas.
Oh.
Seriously, did you think I was going to say something profound?
Did actually. I was expecting something profound from you.
Sorry to disappoint. Okay, well, on the next episode of Bourbon on Ice, we take a break from the laughter and to bring you something serious.
And serious? Can we do something serious? Are we capable of serious? Well, when we think of what it is, we'll tell you.
We could talk about that thing.
I don't know. That seems like a bad idea. Maybe we talk about the other thing.
Sure, we can talk about the other thing.
Tune in next week. And as always,
Have
a cold one on us. Ciao, Bella.
This podcast was recorded at and produced by Cape Media Center on Cape Cod, Massachusetts by podcasting duo Mike Whiskey and your friend Frosty. All music and sound credits go to soundstripe.com. Special thanks to Jamie Horton, Emily Tulloch, Gabrielle Rawson. For more information on Bourbon on Ice, visit our social media page at twitter.com/whiskeyfrosty. For more information on Cape Media Center, visit capemedia.org. For more listening options and a variety of podcasting entertainment, visit our hosts at buzzsprout.com and capemediacenter.org.